Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let's adjust a few things here. Audio looks decent enough. Okay. Man, I can't wait till I'm in my new place and I have a monitor for streaming equipment. So I don't have to be like moving windows around and minimizing and maximizing, you know, all of the stuff that is less fun. So, okay, now I went ahead and pitied our guy. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait till, no, let's see. Let's see. Here's one ticket towards, did I make the biggest mistake? Don't you dare change to, okay. Whew. I mean, would I be upset if it did? No, but yes, I would. If I spent 2,000 pity medals on my guy and didn't have to, yeah. So who's all hanging out? We got Javier, Brian, Fiore, Zach, Dumbala, Space Boat, what's going on? Spoon Hurler, hello. Weeping Blade, TM, what's up? And then on Twitch side, we got Stream Hero, Koju, Zato, Zato, oh my, okay, Zato. Not even a hard word to say. Zanmato and Mog Rules, what's happening? We kind of got a lot of stuff to preview today with raids coming. Weeping Blade, you got Rysol from the free pulls. Excellent. Yeah, I would say I would save those until next month when I unmess up my Gill Snapper selling, but I would forget. I will eventually accidentally click that button, so I'm just going to intentionally click the button right now. So yeah. Yeah, note, I went all in for Aldo. Still had to pity him. Still had to pity him. So sad. But at least I have this delicious bag of mini Chips Ahoy cookies to soothe my troubled soul. Yeah, the Aldo pulls were a little troll. That's no doubt. Look at this. We're on a winning streak of 5 for Guild Wars. Pretty good for us, pushing top 10. All right. I'm going to throw an arena team together today with a fully reincarnated Aldo. By the way, all the way reincarnated. That's going to be awesome. 93. He can almost come out. So close. Okay, so Stream Hero trying to pass me in Ever Crisis. So far, account level 11. 54k power level. I think I'm account level 14. And I think my power level is pushing 60k. So you're getting close. I like, yeah. Oh, somebody asked how Ever Crisis was going. It's going awesome. Like, that game is fun. It is very fun. It is going to be, I feel like I think it's a game that you play for the story and then it becomes a really good side gacha game. Because just building up, I mean, any art, okay, so like when you play the original Final Fantasy VII, right? There's no reason to go kill Ruby Weapon. There's no reason to play, like, following this line of thought, there's no reason to play video games at all except that you like them. So when you go play Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, it's like playing all of those Final Fantasies kind of put together. Let me just get a quick win in before I tweak this team at all. Okay, we'll go Earth. We'll make our first match of the week an interesting one at least. But the amount of other stuff to do in the game is high. With like Near Reincarnation, there wasn't really a lot else to do. I enjoyed the story of Near Reincarnation, or the little mini stories, whatever it was. You know, call them what you will. But there wasn't a ton of extra stuff I felt like to do. In Ever Crisis, and we don't even have access to everything yet, there is a ton of extra stuff to do. And it's really fun. So very much looking forward to the full release of that game. Look at Noctis survive the hit from Bradley. What a guy. I don't know that my Dialdo has any equipment on in this group, by the way. He must, because he took like no damage there. He definitely doesn't have a weapon. I guarantee you that much, at least. You know, Bradley's over here just taking everybody out. What you got, Noctis? Not enough is the answer, sir. Dead. Give me that. Oh no, that was not a CT up move. Jumping. Well, that jump's going to keep her alive for a while. The AoE resist buff is a nice little synergy there, but I think he can do it himself. We're really going to explore Dialdo a little bit today. I don't want to do any like Dialdo content until Dark Golem's here, because that's his true unleashing of power. Yes, Orly says, I need some more waifu skins in Ever Crisis and collabs. It's all gonna come. All that's definitely coming. We don't even have, now I can't confirm this, but what I've heard. Sorry, I'm really hungry. I've been doing stuff all day, so I'm trying to get some snacks in here. What I've heard is we're gonna have more characters at release than we have now, or at least soon after release, because right now we don't have, from just Final Fantasy VII, we only have Cloud, Barret, Tifa, Aerith, Red. That's it. Right? Yes. So we're missing Yuffie, Vincent, Sid, Cat Sith. So we're still... who am I forgetting? I feel like I'm missing an obvious one. But we're missing all those characters. And you know eventually Sephiroth is coming in. You know eventually probably like Reno and the Turks are coming in. So there's so many more characters just from 7 that could get here. Where's the Eileen Dialdo team? In my dreams where it belongs, Sinji. In my dreams. Stefan, thank you. What's up, Stefan? Thank you for the $20 super chat. Our first super chat of the day. Rolling in 20 bucks. What's up? Nothing, man. Just living my best life. What is up with you? And thank you for the 20 bucks. Did I get them all? Yuffie, Vincent, Sid, Cat, Sith. Okay, so that is them. That is them. Good. I felt like, I don't know, for some reason, maybe I was thinking Sephiroth, but he's obviously not a protagonist in the game. So like Yuffie will be a big pull. I think, honestly, Cat Sith will probably be a big pull, because what games can you play him in? I think there is a version of him in FFVII, like the regular FFVII, so maybe War of the Visions, we will eventually get him in here. And then Max Magnus, thank you for joining the Church of Eileen, 1 month. Dialdo looking swell, can't wait to max my Rob. Ooh, Max and Robert. Interesting, Air Max. All right, I feel you. Now, there is Chocobo breeding in the game. Or, okay, wait. I don't know, and maybe Stream Hero, you're here, and I know like Aureli's over here. I think he's playing it as well. If you're playing the Ever Crisis beta right now, I've got 3 Chocobos. Like, I unlocked my 3rd Chocobo slot today in the game. Do they breed? Like, do they do the Chocobo dirty? Because you can tell, I believe, that they are boys and girls in there. But I don't know, like, and by the way, the Chocobos you can buy early on suck. Like, you know how normally you give grades like A, B, C, D, E, F? This one has G, H, E, like there are letters beyond F, and that's all of the Chocobo. I have H. Yes, all of my Chocobos right now are H rank, which stands for hella bad. Like, they're real bad. I don't think there's racing in the game now, but I feel like eventually they might start like procreating with each other. And that way we get a little, get some access to some higher level Chocobo action. Okay, come on. 3. Give me 3 Addison Ray shards. 2. Hey, I'll sign up for 2 Addison Ray shards every day of my life. That's a W. Let me turn the in-game music up a bit here for myself. Y'all can't hear it because, well, then I'd get DMC. Well, I'd get copyrighted anyway, not DMCA specifically. There we go. Collect all of that stuff. Yeah, you got to get that gold Chocobo. Exactly. Got to get all the special ones. Green's my favorite. So I'll probably just rock greens no matter what. Do you know when we're getting a Halloween rerun in War of the Visions? I have not heard. No, I have not. Sursit, thank you for the 20 months. Amazon Prime sub. What's up? What's up? Did I get Miss Earthpunk? Huh? Miss Earthpunk? Here's my Earth. My Earth roster is stacked. I have Frederica, if that's who you're talking about. Because she can't get transcended yet, so I don't need to do this right now. I actually don't want to do this right now. I imagine all of the Halloween units will be getting their transcendence pretty soon. Who else would be like worth? You can't. Yeah, Resnick can't run 140 yet. Noctis is coming around pretty quick. Zazon is transcendable. Yes, he is. Let's see. Christmas units are a no. Luel can. Ketone can. Let's just do this. This is much easier. So yeah, Ryryu's not up there. Wait, I thought Luel could. Huh. I was wrong. Hers must be coming soon. Don't have Summer Lilith finished yet. Rulgia. Hey, all right. Caught a few more Rulgia shards in the meantime. So he's getting close to MLB. Close. You know, the slow build continues with Rulgia. Yup. Yup. Mustadio's ready. Just in... Well, he's ready to go EX if I ever wanted to. Yeah, Flurfish, no kidding, right? But, like, unfortunately... So, if I fight the... Okay, if I use in-game music for any Final Fantasy thing, basically, besides newer than 7. So I use tactics music in my videos all the time. Those never get flagged, but I've used music from 7, 8, 9, all been copyright claimed. You know what I need to do real quick? I need to go farm Dialdo's weapon. We're gonna skip ticket that. If I use... Okay, so I can copyright fight it, because basically I can say, I'm not just reposting... I say, hey, I'm not just reposting your music. I'm making something new and just using your music. It's a part of it. It's okay. I'll win that fight every time I do it. The issue is, it's a pain. It's just hard. Like, I don't like doing that. And I don't want to do that for every one of my videos. And then what if I lose one and then I don't make any money off that video? So on and so forth. It can be. Astrius is alive. Don't worry, Bellis. Everybody's looking over here or over here. Exactly, June. Yes, we're gonna go follow Astrius. Let's go follow him. No, so Orly says it's because the same guy keeps flagging the music. No, basically any like copyrighted music, YouTube just has a algorithm that or an algorithm. YouTube has just like a, I don't know what word to use, bot or something that listens to everything. And if it's like, boom, that sounds a lot like Final Fantasy VII, copyright claim. And then what you end up doing is you share the money you make with the owner of the music. So like Square Enix in this case. Orly, you pulled the Aldo off a ticket? Congrats. I bet you there was a lot more ticket pulls this week because they did that daily free ticket. That was awesome. It at least gave me hope. So many mobs. What the heck? My main story is way behind. Like, I really need to catch the story up. So Weeping Blade says there's a content ID system that flags or third-party companies that scan videos. There we go. Yeah. Max, you got yours off the ticket as well? Nice. Tori, what's up? Okay. Done. Was there going to be like 10 of these missions or something? I just want to get his weapon built up. Really, I'm not going to go super hard on Aldo until Wednesday. But I do want to get my team for this week's arena runs just set up. Not that I'll probably go super hard. Still, it's just nice. Bojangle Dragoon, thank you for the follow and welcome to the channel. Let's throw URL in there. Might just have her gaining, or might as well have her gain some rezo. Since she's actually good. Poor Eileen. Yeah, Dark Golem's gonna hurt me as well. Really need to not pity that one. How do you unlock these quests? They should be unlocked. Okay, you have to do them in order. I'll show you here in a second, Bojangle. After this quest, I'll show you where you go. Yeah, Dominus, you got Rysol. That's really good. Okay, that's my last cookie. So if you don't like watching me eat cookies, at least that's over with now. Evap, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Anyone play Baldur's Gate 3? Zato, I have played, like, I guess, what do you want to call it? The beta? The early release? Whatever Baldur's Gate 3 has been for the last, like, 2 years. I played it a lot. You could only get to level 5 or something like that, but it was really fun. Yeah. Now, with the full release, you'll be able to play as the actual characters if you don't want to create your own character, which is nice. What's up, old? Yeah, live. I pretty much live every Monday and Wednesday, and then occasionally other times when I have a moment to myself. Today, I took a baby J to the park this morning. Hung out there for a few hours, which he's always mad when we leave. But I convinced him today that we could go to the dollar store so he could get a toy. And he went and got some little baby from the dollar store. And I think he loved that. Oh snap, it's a gift bomb coming out. Stefan drops a 10 gift bomb on the YouTube membership side. Old Joshua Joa Jr., Nordic, Darth, William, Heriki, Sea Sniper, Felipe, Exodus. Welcome to the church. And Stefan, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Man, it makes my day. When I go look at my day tomorrow on YouTube, I'll be like, dang, it was a good day. All because of you, man. Thank you very much. Okay, so somebody was asking how to unlock this. So this is the Void and the Darkness story. I believe, look, I don't know because I had them all done anyway. I think you have to do this first, another story. As you do those, it will unlock the another story EX quest. If you're a new player, build Lucio as you get his stuff. Then it will unlock chapter 2, the Void and the Darkness. And as you do those, so like, for example, I'm just trying to be able to farm this, but it's not, I can't farm it right now because I still have to do this chapter right here. So that's how, this is some of the best stuff in the game. Like this side story stuff is, Lucio is a great unit. You can 140 that man for none of your personal resources spent. It gives you everything you need. The gear that you farm from here is particularly good for the units that use it. Otherwise, it's pretty good in general. So like this spear that I'm farming today is a very good generic spear, and it's very, very good for Aldo. Oh. Man, I should have given him a faith raising TMR, but that's okay. He's at what, 93 already? He'll get there today. He'll get there today. I love raising bravery and faith in the barracks. Like the days of me raising that manually are so gone. Unless I like pull a unit and for some reason need them right now, like this moment. Prodigy, thank you for following and following. We got a double follow, so follow it on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. That is multitask brilliance right there. A full reincarnation. Yeah, okay. So that's fair. A full reincarnation of Lucio does cost you resources, but you do not need to fully reincarnate units. Like, I have played this game since day one, and so because I'm a day one player, I have all of these mind spheres for all these characters that I was never going to reincarnate. At like Yerma, I had a bajillion Yerma mind spheres. I can make all of those into generics. And so I can reincarnate for a lot cheaper than somebody who just started playing can. I had to beat this several times, didn't I? How many times did it just say I had to clear this? Was it 10? I got plenty of skip tickets. I'm just going to skip this. Anyway, I only have 2 reincarnated units. 2. I'm going to try 4. I'm going to try and be cheap. It's 12. I mean, 10 wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's 20. I need 15 more. Maximum reincarnated units are powerful. It gives you a lot more HP in particular, but it's something that even like whales have 1 of, 2 of. So you're not going to run into them all the time. 140 is the power point. Like, he's reincarnated. I'm an Earth player. Those are my only 2. 140 makes a big difference, though, for power. So if you can 140 a character, that's a good idea. If it's somebody you're going to use a lot, right? You went for magic on the spear? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go magic on the spear, but I'm going to farm a quadrillion of them, so... Or at least enough to have extras if I need them. Hey, question about Honkai. I have a ton of supports, so I'm kind of lost on my second team to use primary. Is Sela, Silverwolf, Welt, Luosha. The only other 5 stars I have is Himiko. Yeah. Oh, Bronya. Use Bronya. If you're like, here's the deal with Bronya. Bronya is essentially another of your other favorite character. So like Sela Bronya is nuts. I would take, if it was me, and Starwolf, keep in mind, I don't have Welt, but I would swap, if I had a Sela, if I'm trying to make a team out of Sela, and I have Bronya, they're together. Or if I'm trying to make a team out of Sela and I have Ting Yun, boom, they're together. Because Seela's so good, I would rather have a second version of her, which is essentially what Bronya is giving you if you can manage your skill points. You know, if you're able to manage your skill points right. I would rather have a second copy of her than any other unit. Now, if you're fighting something that you need, like Silverwolf, to me, you use her in either like on a team with only one other element, and though that way she's kind of guaranteeing your debuff, or if you're on like a quantum team and she's defense debuffing for you. Silverwolf's great. She's no Seela though. She's no Seela though. New players have beginner Lucio challenge board that gives 600 plus mind fears. Oh my gosh, of a starter unit. That's nice. So there is a ton of mind spheres out there for y'all to farm. Oh man, you wish you were, yeah, you wish you were around for Bradley. The thing that sucks too is Bradley is like top tier character in this game. Stream Hero, I'm doing floor 15 of the Cetra Tower. 55. Yeah, good luck. You're gonna time out. Go for it though. I haven't tried it. I'm on tower 50. I'm on floor 15 of the tower in Ever Crisis as well. By the way, Ever Crisis Tower, War of the Visions Tower. The Ever Crisis Tower, much better than War of the Visions Tower. That word almost triggers me at this point because of what War, like, this War of the Visions Tower is kind of rough. No, they got it right with Ever Crisis though. E6 Silverwolf does more DPS than Seela, but you need E6. Right. I'm assuming you don't have E6 Silverwolf. Oh, Welt's really cool, Fiore. I just don't think he's as, like, I don't know, the kind of damage that Seela could put out is nuts. It's nuts. Oh, you need a backup team with Bronya? Well, the thing with oh, here's how you build a team with Bronya. Like, again, I think might just redo it. I don't know, whatever's happening is happening on the screen. Here's how you make a team with Bronya. You have a carry, and then you have Bronya, and so you have that character twice. That's sort of just how it works, right? And then the rest of your team just is skill point management. You probably want a healer on there, especially if you're doing Memory of Chaos. You're gonna want somebody to keep you alive, or maybe even not a healer. Japard would be fine. Somebody like sustain your team, and then another unit, either a debuffer like a Welt or a Silverwolf or something like that, Pela, or another damage dealer. Like if you're, especially if you're running, say you're running Seela, or say you're running Jing Yuan, your other damage dealer could be just another lightning damage unit, and you use that team whenever you're fighting lightning weakness. Boom, you're good to go. See, Stream Hero, I disagree with you so much on the battle timer thing. So, and we're talking about Honkai Star Rail right now, so it's a good time to talk about this. I'll give you my opinion on this as well. So, like, Honkai Star Rail, the meta of that game for so long has been bring a healer, put up some shields or something, and then, long as you don't get one shot, you just hang out. And boss fights might take 25 or 30 minutes. Whatever, he can't kill me because I can heal through it. And like, I don't know. It makes units like Bailu good, and all she does is heal. Like, it's just, I don't know. So personally for me, that's not as like exciting as doing more damage. And so I just think Ever Crisis didn't want that. They didn't want, like with Cloud, for example. Cloud is one of the 2 units in the game. I think there's only 2 right now that can AoE heal. And so I don't think they wanted people building AoE healing Cloud. I think they wanted Cloud to do damage. I don't know. The timer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I hate it. It's just, at least I don't hate it as much as you do. I at least understand why they put it in. See, and like, without the timer, if you could just sustain through everything, I think you run into a situation, like sort of like what you run into with, again, Honkai Star Rail. I'll keep using it as an example because it's a PvE game, like Ever Crisis is, where like, there's almost not enough room on your team. And God, Ever Crisis is a 3-man team, not 4. Where like, why would you ever play more damage if you could just play more defensively? Because playing more defensively, you could just guarantee the win. You're just like, hey, yeah, I'll just shield up. Like, for example, there's a materia in the game right now that I'm hoping gets either improved or changed a little bit, but it's barrier, and it's a defense buff. If you have one character using barrier, they can go first member in your party, second member in your party, third member in your party, and as your first member's barrier is fading, they can rebuff it. And if all they do is barrier, 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 you'll constantly have like a, what is like a 20% defense buff or something like that. Like, it's a solid buff. So you could have somebody just constantly do that, then have somebody else constantly AoE heal. And like, then you have one person doing damage, and the bosses in that game have a lot of HP. So then I guess you put auto on, and you go to the bathroom, you take a shower, you go order pizza, and then you come back, and you're like, I'm 50% of the way through this boss. It seems less fun than just building this. I would like, and if that was viable, now every character that's a damage dealing character that's not top 2 is not viable anymore, because you just run support damage. And now every, like, so goodbye, like every, I don't know, it just, I don't know, I just don't like it. I understand the feeling of putting it in there. Now, is it too short? I can listen to that conversation. Yeah, I could hear that conversation. Yeah, so Ever Crisis doesn't seem like a game where you're going to be tanking specifically. It's a lot of that. A lot of Ever Crisis is about elemental weakness. I think early it's about pulling and building weapons, and you don't need to like go crazy with your weapon pulls. You just need to build up your weapons early. Your characters constantly gain experience through playing the game. And then as you get towards like mid game, you start building up some materia. Maybe 1 or 2 people have unlocked espers already. You need to beat tower floor 20 in that game to unlock espers. And I don't know that anybody's there yet. Maybe today somebody got there. As of yesterday, I don't believe anybody was, or at least not that I've seen. You have Aerith that when she's not healing, she just AoE quakes. Yeah. Is Addison Vision Card or Dialdo a must pull? Getting split responses. Addison's Vision Card's not a must pull. If you're an Earth player, I feel like Dialdo's about as close to one. Dialdo's a top tier tank. If you're an Earth player, he's your best tank in Earth. Addison's Vision Card, I wouldn't. If you don't have that, I wouldn't fret. Dialdo also is only kind of limited. Like, he's Warrior of the Crystal, so he'll constantly float back up here every once in a while. Hiraki says, my main goal of Ever Crisis is to see the new content about Final Fantasy VII Universe, then delete the game. Great, you'll be able to do that, no problem. That is very accessible. Shu Shang's really good. I got off of I got off the Honkai Star Rail track. Okay, so Sorrel says that's my problem. I need a second DPS. I don't feel like Himiko is worth building. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, like, if you're trying to maximize, I wouldn't build a team around Himiko. I would, because I think she's great. Like, but not great. I just like her. Shu Shang is good. Shu Shang gets a lot of, like, here's what Shu Shang does. Here's why Shu Shang is good. She needs to be fighting somebody who's weak to her element, like colorless, whatever you call her element. Physical. God, what do they call Xu Sheng's element in that game? Is it just physical? I don't remember. I'm too many games going on at once. Anyway, she's good at breaking, and so you like when a character is broken and you have E1 Xu Sheng, her skill, I think it's E1. Her skill does not cost a skill point anymore. So she's 0 skill points, and when she ults, she gets her skill back up. So the combo is skill, ult, skill, and you just do a ton, like you just unload a ton of damage with that. So once you get her set up and rolling like that, yeah, she's great. Oh, we just killed the Aldo. Physical, thank you, physical. Yeah, so Shogun, you like it for more the merrier? Yes. It is good for her. Oh gosh, okay. How many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, this is 10. This is the last one. And then we can farm the spear. I want to build this team, dang it. Xu Sheng, Branya, Ting Yun, Natasha. Too much support on that team, I almost feel like. Like Starwolf, that is a Xu Sheng hyper carry team. I mean, if your goal is to make Xu Sheng as badass as you can, that's the team to do it with, right? But it's definitely an anti-physical team. I mean, Xu Sheng's gonna pop off in that team. Absolutely, she will. Dervis, are you guys coming after us? You coming for us? I hope so. Somebody's got to push us forward a little bit, right? We can't be this easy to win guild raids. One thing that, like, the thing when it feels bad when you're playing Xu Sheng is when you get to the, you break an enemy and it's her turn, but you have 0 skill points. Then she's bad. Like at that point, she just, like, I mean, everybody's kind of bad in that situation, I suppose, but she's particularly like now not doing her one thing. And that feels kind of off. You guys want trials? Would be nice to get. Yeah, absolutely. We'll go for it. Push us a little bit. Dialdo's true form. Yes, it was. That's not what my Dialdo looks like, though. Okay, I did not have to do that multiple times. That's nice. Fire MC gives you a little bit more breaking power, which is useful. That's one of the reasons why I just have never taken Fire MC out of my first team, because he's in, like, I feel like a lot of things are weak to fire. It's so I don't really have, like, I don't have Himiko, I don't have Hook. I don't think I even, like, I actually think I don't possess the unit Hook. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. So what do I have for fire? Fire MC, and that's it. So he's been really good there. One thing I like that Honkai Star Rail did is enemies in that game have 3 weaknesses. It makes fights so much easier with his tight as resources are in that game. It allows you to use the units you've built up more often than not, and I appreciate that. We already killed 2 things at once. We did it twice. Okay, good. We have easily completed all of the missions in this one. Super Honey Badger, what's going on? 27 months. How's it going, man? 27 months. Thank you for the resub. Have I ever considered streaming Hoyu versus live stream, like with the commentary? Have I thought about it? Yes. I mean, my problem is, like, look, I go live for like a Honkai Star Rail live stream. It's inconvenient for me, like, lifestyle wise, to be awake and alert at that time. And then I'm up there and, like, if somebody like Tectone's doing it, why would they watch me? And I don't even mean that, like, I'm not saying that to, like, denigrate myself. Like, I'm not putting myself down by saying that. I'm just saying, like, that's how streaming works. Oh, look, this person has, you know, 17,000 people watching him, and this person has 32. People are going to pick the 17,000 person one. So, like, as a business choice, it doesn't make much sense. And I'm basically, like, I'm covering Honkai Star Rail because I like the game. I'm just now getting a feel for how Hoyo does things. And it's okay. But I really like, oh, there's our first crash of the day for the old Windows beta PC, whatever you want to call this thing. Android for Windows beta client. That's what we're going to call it. I wish, but okay, I so hope that Ever Crisis is on here when that game launches, because one of my biggest problems right now is that it's not, like, again, games aren't officially supported on emulator. And so that's why I'm not making anything about the emulators during the beta, because it was like the one thing in the NDA was like, don't push emulation. And so now once the game's out, we're playing a different ball game at that point. But yeah, the menus crash the game in emulator a lot. And, like, I know it's beta, so I'm not sweating it. And I also know it's emulator, so I'm really not sweating it. But yeah, oof. Elemental Chain 3, Earth only. All right. We can do Elemental Chain 3, Earth only, no problem. We got chainers. Take auto off until I'm done with that. Well, I appreciate that, Cash. Well, I know some of you all would stop by and watch. It's just like, sometimes I just have to choose sleep. I already lose enough sleep twice a week, waking up hella early in the morning to play this. Come on forward, friends. Wait, do I need to kill multiple things at once, or do I just need to chain? Just the chain 3. Glitch, thank you for the 6 months of Amazon Prime. Guild Raid, yep. Yep, we're going to do a little Guild Raid. Now, the guide for Guild Raid is not going to be as, I don't want to say, it's going to be a little more generic, because I can't give away a lot of our secrets. Because we go for rank 1 and Dervis is here spying on me. So, you know, I just got to be careful, because Dervis will steal all of Cayenne's secrets. Ons, did you want FMA to rerun like right now? Thing just got over like a week ago. You're in trouble. Okay, I can get the chain 4 if this doesn't kill. Okay, maybe that guy will live. Well, we need to do that in a different order next time. Urel, do you have a multi-hitter right now? 3-step Star Strike? That's a 2. Okay, here we go. There's chain 2. And then Oberon's got this for chain. Oberon, you really out of range here? Really? You gonna do me like this, Oberon? Okay, never mind. Dialdo. Do you have a multi-hit chaining attack? Wait, what did I need to get? Just 3? If all I needed was 3, I just need to hit him one more. Wrong button. I just need to hit him one more time. Elemental Chain 3. Okay, we're good. Give me an instant cast ability here. Let's just limit break. Here, the Aldo limit break for the first time on my account. Here it is. Got him. And that should be that mission done. I can hit auto and walk off into the sunset. What quest am I doing? Oh yeah, glitch. This is the Aldo spear quest. I need to farm that up real quick. Aaron says, I saw someone using 2B. Any news on a rerun? Just that it's coming. Just that we will get one. Someday. I'll tell you what though. If you're a Square Enix fan in general, I saw some really good news today. Okay, I say in general, if you're a fan of old Square Enix games, I saw some really good news today because they were, apparently they just had a meeting with a bunch of shareholders and fans. They invited fans to the meeting as well. And in that meeting, they basically were looking at interest in remakes, reboots of games, you know, pixel remaster kind of stuff. And there was a lot of interest from the fans. It seemed like the money people were on board with it, which that's important, right? If they're going to spend money on that, you know, the board has to approve every dang thing. And so could be really good news for even more remakes, because I would say like Final Fantasy 16 is great. And that's a brand new game. They did a good job with that. But the amount of effort and time it takes to make a brand new game, like, do I really want to wait another 8 years before I play another, you know, Final Fantasy game that I think is like great? No. And so if we could get, I mean, Final Fantasy IX remake is apparently currently being worked on. Awesome. Final Fantasy VIII could really use a remake, I think. And I hear that Final Fantasy IX is not the same. Like Final Fantasy VII remake is obviously an action game instead of an turn-based. I've heard that 9 is not going to be an action game. Now, none of this is official. It's all just rumors and stuff on the internet, but most of the rumors about the 9 remake have been confirmed at some point or another. So that's a big win, I think, because I would eventually really like to see, like, call me crazy, but I'm on my phone. God, I'm playing another game. On my phone, I'm playing 5 Pixel Remaster just to get a bit of a feel before it collaborates in this game. And man, you forget in those old like Nintendo, Super Nintendo RPGs, so much of the storytelling was you were making it up in your head. Like, there's not a ton of, I was going to use the word hand holding. That makes it seem negative. Guidance, dialogue, development, like stuff just happens and then they're like, okay, world map, go for it. You go do you. And you're like, well, I know I just did this wind cave, but like, I'm probably supposed to go to this city over here. I already have okay, off I go. And so like you fill in the story gaps in your head, which is cool. Like, I don't mind that at all, but yeah, clarity, Shamari, that's a good word. So it's like, I think there, anyway, what I'm saying is I think there's room where you could take a game like Final Fantasy V. The job system in that game, so much fun. Take that game, redo it, but make it a turn-based RPG on PlayStation 6, or mobile or whatever, you know, cross-platform. Please put it on PC for all of our sakes, and then re-release it. You don't have to hire writers necessarily. You don't have to like make a new story. The story's all there. The characters are all there. Just add a little more dialogue, voice act it. That could be really great. Voice acting those old games. You could redo those games. Again, Pixel Remaster is awesome. Redo them in a modern way. I think there's potential there for some greatness. I'm trying to get the last few mind spheres I need for Lucio on my alt account, and for whatever reason, I simply can't unlock the level 99 Brutal quest. Glitch, I don't know. It's been so long. Like, are you missing? Check missions. Check your missions tab. Maybe there's like missions you haven't done or something. Problem is, they always seem to change a decent amount of stuff when they do remakes. Wonder why? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't know. Okay. Final Fantasy VII Remake's obviously completely different. So that one is hard to talk on because they changed the entire style of the game. Elle, thank you for following on YouTube. Welcome to the channel. But this is my new one, right? The Glaive of Emptiness, that's the winner. Let's use a already crafted guy. There we go. And I'm going to make a magic one first. Magic. What are the stats on the AIM version of this? I'm going to check that out real quick. WoTV calc. Glaive of Emptiness. AIM gives you 18. Yeah, no, it's not worth sacrificing the magic for 18 accuracy IMO. All right. So there's my staff. Let's build it. Obtained. One thing is like, how do I say this without like offending the Final Fantasy community? Okay, here you go. There's this interesting colliding of worlds that happens on social media. What's up, Spicy Donut? And those worlds look like this. You have one world, which is content creators and influencers who make money by getting views on their videos. Okay, so those people exist and are talking about games. At the same time, you have a bunch of people who are 30 and 40 something years old who loved games back in the day, have a fairly decent memory, especially of the parts in the game they liked, and they remember the other parts of the game existed, and they consume social media. Okay, so those two worlds collide. And somebody making a video about Final Fantasy 16, titling it Not My Final Fantasy, and going on a rant about how turning a turn-based RPG, which Final Fantasy VII was only kind of a turn-based RPG, into an action RPG, which Final Fantasy, the old ones were more or less turn-based RPGs until a point when they weren't anymore. But now Final Fantasy 16 is this great, we're getting away from that too much, and now it's not my game anymore, and it's ruining the series, and it's probably sending Final Fantasy down a way where it's never going to come back from. And they write that, they make a video about that. And people like watch that video. And then people who have not played the game watch that video and they're like, well, this game's stupid. Why would I want to play a game that's not Final Fantasy? Or because the person, crashed again. Because the person saying it says it in a convincing way, they change some people's minds. Especially people who've played the game for maybe 10 minutes or something like that. And the truth is, Final Fantasy has always, think about Final Fantasy V. The job system in Final Fantasy V is very, very different than, I don't know, every other Final Fantasy game outside of Tactics. But it's not really the same as Tactics. There's a lot of similarities there, but that's two very different things. Now, yes, it's a turn-based combat or whatever, but think about 7, where you had the ATB bar that filled up, and if you weren't doing stuff, the enemy could do stuff. That was them kind of tweaking. They're changing some things. They're trying to, they've always tried to push the boundaries a little bit of the games that they're making. Final Fantasy XI was an online game for consoles before online games for consoles were a thing. Are online games for consoles really a thing now? Yeah, they kind of are. But not in the Genshin Impact way, in the it tried to beat EverQuest for consoles, which is a pretty bold move. Final Fantasy XIV is probably one of their most popular, more recent games, and it's an MMO in the truest sense. It's closer to an action game than it is I don't know, it's just an MMO. It just plays completely different than the old games. And so is it not a Final Fantasy game? I think anybody who says that is just farming views. I think if your point is it's not a Final Fantasy game, but the company that makes Final Fantasy made the game and called it a Final Fantasy game, your opinion is purely for clickbait at that point. And so, and people might agree with you, by the way, that they don't like the game, but here's an opinion you can have. I don't like Final Fantasy 16. If that's your take on it, that's all. That is, you are so entitled to that opinion. You could say, I didn't like it. The game wasn't for me. You know, I've played other games and I liked other games more. Valid, 100% valid. But saying it's not a Final Fantasy game, it's called Final Fantasy 16. Shiva's in the game. Ifrit's in the game. There's magic in the game. It's called, like, the story is like, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, that's like, I don't remember why I got onto that. Honestly, I actually don't remember why I even began that little monologue on Final Fantasy 16. I have no idea at this point. Oh, look, my Aldo really wasn't wearing any gear. Now he's got his staff. Let's give him a cloak, or not a cloak. Let's give him an armor. We'll go +6 platinum robe. Yeah, anyway, that's that. I gotta be a little bit careful with what I do in terms of TMR stuff for this team, because I need I'm gonna have to tweak my TMRs for guild raids. So I'm just gonna throw on stuff that, like, let me just sort by agility and just throw something on him. Ooh, Aldo's TMR has that agility 7, but no trust stones on that thing. I could give Oberon glinting armor. Do a little, why not? I have trust stones on that, and I can also then just give him Genji glove. Let Oberon pop off a little bit here. Besides, Oberon needs that second turn. Okay, we're gonna mess with the Aldo. Then we got some videos to record today as well. Okay, I'll read chat for a minute. Yeah, okay. Or it says, I've been seeing so many of these videos on Final Fantasy 16 calling it trash, not a Final Fantasy, worst game of the year. Yeah, like, what? What? Worst game of the year? Hello? Final Fantasy V is your favorite old school? Yeah, Darth Studicus. The job system is super cool. I love the job system in that game. Games like 16 should be side games. The mainline one should be different. Like, I don't know. I disagree. I think it's the Final Fantasy needs to be turn-based, or it's not Final Fantasy. But like, this is Final Fantasy. I'm playing a Final Fantasy game right here. Final Fantasy Tactics is in my top 5 easily. Like, I don't know. Final Fantasy 14 is a Final. So, and all, okay, so, oh, no, I remember the question. The question was, why are remakes so much different than the old games? I think there's a need by the developers to try to push towards something like to somehow define the genre again for some reason. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but I feel like they feel like there's a need for that. Then I think there's so many. So with Final Fantasy, I'm going to use Final Fantasy V as an example. If they remade Final Fantasy V into a modern game, they would make it a longer game than it is now, I think. Because, for example, the very first scene where Dad flies off on the dragon to go to the Wind Shrine, there's so little dialogue there. There's very little. There doesn't necessarily need to be, but a cutscene would be really cool. Something to just add a little bit more character info. And I'm fine filling in those gaps in my head. Like, I played video games way back in the day when you had to fill in all of that RP stuff. So much of the RP in role-playing games back in the day was like, yeah, I can imagine how that's how Cloud and the members of Shinra probably, or Avalanche probably talk to each other. Yeah, I get that. That's probably how Cloud would have acted. Okay, cool. Or, oh yeah, I get it. Like Barrett's kind of like that. But if you're trying to pull in 20-something-year-olds who who grew up in a day of voice acting in video games, who grew up in a day of, okay, game crashed. Play. There we go. We're booting it back up. You know, who grew up in a day where they want to be able to experience the character's voice, all of that stuff. Oh, Coming Matt, thank you for the Prime for 10 months. Do you win a dinner with me at 12 months? No. But come to FanFest, we'll go out, have drinks, food, all that stuff. So they would have to fill in some of the gaps. They would fill the gaps in, especially if they hired voice actors, especially if they were making like 3D, like CG cutscenes or whatever you call. Is it even called CG cutscenes anymore? There would be gaps to fill. I hope if they remake the old Final Fantasy games that they keep them as turn-based combat games. One thing I love about Honkai Star Rail is that it showed turn-based RPGs can succeed. That game is making bajillions of dollars as a turn-based RPG game. People might hate gacha games to the end of their days, but they make a lot of money, and a turn-based one is making a lot of money right now. That should clue the developers in to, or clue game developers into, hey, maybe turn-based RPG is not a dead thing. Maybe it's not a dead thing. And I think that could go a long way for the turn-based fans out there in terms of getting them a game that they like. So I hope, what I'm saying is, I guess in short, not everything is going to be remade or made again the way you want it to be. Try to enjoy it for what it is. And I hope that when they do remake the older Final Fantasy games, if they ever modernize them, they keep them as turn-based games. I'm saving this team. I just remade it. Okay, now, Aldo, we got to turn buffs on and off. So, Scion of Science's Resignation. I want to get this guy's movement working. So here's defense buff, shell, and his that one's okay. It's pretty good, but I think he's got better ones. This is aggro, elemental chain resist, and then I want his max HP of allies, earth lightning resist. If we're fighting earth teams, that's an option. What do we have in Kodadama, though? I don't think I want any of these buffs. I mean, move jump, it's nice that he has access to that. I think resistance break is really good on him. Like, this move is actually great. It's especially good on Aldo. Okay, I don't want Stoner on. Do I want this? Aldo. It's easier for me to... I'm sorry, I'm going to go look on WoTV Calc. It's so much easier for me to look at his page there than it is to sort through it like that. So, okay, here's his buffs. He has defense up, debuff weaken 50%, and then Wall of Despair for 3 turns. And shell. Gosh, that's a lot of buff. That's a whole lot of action right there. But aggro up 12 and chain resist. God, he's all self buffs. And that's not a bad thing, because it will help him move towards the enemy. I almost am worried. Okay, you know what? We're going to go... He doesn't have... Okay. So let's go for Aldo. Here's the buffs I want to run on him. I'm going to keep his self buffs on. Let's actually see how he prioritizes those. I'm going to leave Zombie Transform on as well to see how that works in. And then I'm going to run him on Red Mage with no ranged damage. I will leave Resistance Break on. I probably don't need to turn Sleep off if I'm being real. Okay, his longest range thing is 3. Great. Good. Now, Beacon of True Silence. This is hate, unit resist, defense. Born of the Void is move 1, max HP up. I'm a little worried that he's going to get too far ahead of these boys. I don't want him doing that. I might move... What's Bradley running right here? I might just have Bradley also run forward. Pierce missile resist. That's a good buff for Dialdo. I don't know that I need it though. Because I think going poise into shield is better. Actually, all of these units that I'm running right here are great at running forward and buffing themselves. I'll make sure I have bells off on Bradley too. He doesn't need that. Swift and true, yes. Ooh, I'm probably not going to fight Evade, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oberon, 99 agility Oberon, 94. I do want to get the CT up buff if I can from Oberon, but no, you know what I want more than that? I think I want the AoE resist buff more. Yeah, let's stack the AoE resist. I like that. And then Oberon wants his shield. Let's just run this. Let's see how the movement works. Okay, light team. Light and dark team. Weird team. Setsui, my day's going great. This has been a fantastic day. Got to hang out at the park earlier today with Baby J, which is always awesome. Got to, let's see, what else have I done today? We went to the dollar store. I've been streaming. He took a nap and we had some lunch. All of the good things. Man, Dialdo gets forward in a hurry. Goodbye, Lucio. Zombie transform. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. What did he do first? I'm not sure zombie transformation is actually a good buff for him. Not that re-raise is ever a bad thing, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, I need to pay more attention for the next fight. Yeah, Bradley's range is dumb. Bradley's too good. He just is. Now, I do agree. Somebody said a harder difficulty choice in 16 would have been good. Hardcore agreed. Hard agree. You could unlock it, I guess, after you beat the game once. I would have just liked to have had it from the get-go. Why not? Okay, so there's the AoE resist. Voice of Despair. So he gives himself the Wall of Despair buff, which means he prioritizes that over his hate. Correct? There's a lot of buffs. I might have missed that hate was a part of it. But I think that was not the hate buff. Yeah, Advocation of Stillness is his hate up buff. So I think you might, if you want him casting hate up, I think you need to either turn off his first single target buff or not run a TMR. Oh, look, reflex. Always a joy to get reflexed. Yep. Dialdo is a tank. You wouldn't know it by that damage he just did, Deadly Sin. But yes, Dialdo is a tank. If someone streams on YouTube and Twitch, which chat does he look at? Both if I can, Mr. Bud. I have both open right now. Okay, I'm going to turn re-raise off for Dialdo. Whoops. Off. I'm going to leave the Wall of Despair buff on. I think it's good enough. I think it's good enough to justify leaving on. Yes, Tori, hate buff is second prio. I have not, Matthew, I just saw your chat. I have not played the second scene in Ever Crisis yet. No. This is my first chance to really do any gaming today. So I'll get to Ever Crisis just... Oh, you know one thing that's been really nice about Ever Crisis, you guys? Server reset is 3 p.m. my time. Not 3 a.m. my time. 3 p.m. That's so wonderful. No guarantee that it stays there for live, but I sure wouldn't mind if it did. Okay. Let's see how he tanks this. He should do pretty well against all this. Yeah, 20. Oh, blind. Okay. He's going to get chained by all of these units. So, how are you going to hold up, Aldo? I mean, okay so far. Well, he's actually... No, he is going to get chained by Stern still as well. Actually, Bradley's just going to go 17 times. I forgot I have King Bradley on my team who gets free Bronya buffs. Bronya from Honkai Star Rail reaches through the internet like Wreck-It Ralph and buffs Bradley with her, like, you know, gun buff that she does. Okay. If this is evade, it's not evade, but there is an L. I'll go for it. Why not? Ever Crisis just added 2 new ways to get 6K gems. Closed beta test mission tab now. I did see that they were adding that, Deadly said, so that's really good. Because they should just give us 1 billion gems for beta, so we could pull and test more things. I'm getting a feel for a tier list for the game as well. And in a surprise to what should be a surprise to absolutely no one, guess who the strongest character at release is going to be? I'll give you one guess. Which character did Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis make the strongest? Oh, it will be Sephiroth someday. I wish Wedge was in the game. Oh my gosh, Bradley is too strong. Someday Oberon's going to participate in these battles. Oh, wait. What the dang confusion? Oberon? Way to go, Oberon. Hard carried. Yeah, it's Cloud. Cloud is insane. Aerith's mom. Yesterday I used almost all my gems, just like refreshing energy and refreshing triple energy runs. Because, yeah, I wanted to just, like, I got a lot of stuff pulled. I kind of wanted to just play the game more. Okay, Guild Wars in 19 minutes. I feel like I have a good feel for Aldo, but like I said, I want that Dark Golem VC before I start really digging into his everything. Oh, 10 skip tickets. Awesome. Okay. Arena. Yep. Oh, baby. I always will take more score medals. I do use a lot of those, especially during Guild Raid time, which is this week. Visior. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Let's do. So let me show you guys what we're looking at here. Let me show you what we're working with here. Okay. We got Galzak coming out. Tutor, Time Mage, White Mage. Support, triple support. Does have, like, he has spirit penetration. Galzak, what are you doing damage with? Triple explode. Okay, you know what? I take it all back. Triple explosion should be a 3-hitting move. It's actually not. I was confusing that with Classy Glassy's move, but it does put people to sleep, maybe. What? Decrease all element. Ooh, if they go to sleep, all elemental resist down 25. Interesting. But really, you're running this guy for this buff and this heal and this buff here. Although this buff, it is HP, defense, and spirit. I don't think that's ever going to be terrible. And since his is AoE, that's pretty good. I'm sorry. This is the upgrade. It was AoE anyway. Now it's 20%, 30, healing. Oh my. Oh, it's just for self. Okay, so he catches 20 more AoE resist. I thought, yeah, this has got to be Dream Inducer, right? It's got to be Dream Inducer. Because Minwoo has Dream Inducer, and this is her job. If this was 20 AoE resist buff for the group, this is top tier buff in the game. Okay, agility, attack, magic, heal. Yep, he has a heal. Oh, look at this heal. It's like Ayaka's limit break. But he can do it a lot of times. And it is Ayaka's limit break. What is Ayaka's limit break? Hold on. Let's go, let's compare those two things side by side. Did he just get Ayaka's limit break as many times as he wants? Give me it in English, please. So Ayaka's limit break. 310. Oh no, Ayaka's limit break doesn't give AP. Whose heal gives AP back? What am I thinking of? Is it just Curaga? Okay, he just has a better version of Curaga. 210. Whereas this is, it's instant cast Curaga. That's really good. I'm going to leave Ayaka's page open just so I could show that off during the video. Okay, then he has AoE resist for self, slash resist for self, another heal, time mage. So here's the big deal. We got guard haste. So he'll like to use that. Stop. Slow down. No quicken. No quicken. That's a little disappointing. Does he have full life? No. So, okay. He can give haste with, defense buff. He's really just a main job supporter here. But he's going to be a really good support. He just... I wouldn't... Like, the spirit penetration just feels weird. Healing power's good, HP good, and that upgrade's good. Okay. His wand is healing... Oh, now that's useful. This is a good Tiamat wand for a healer. It lets you run accessory armor on him. So that's nice. Yeah, that Earth team is way too OP, isn't it? Wedding Alaya, she'll be here soon. Okay, here's the card. Now, the card, remember, for us is going to be a little better than that because it has... Let's look at it. It's getting lightning resist, unit attack resist up for Earth. So keep that in mind. All right. Now, Dark Golem the Esper. Okay. Slow boy. It's definitely a tank Esper. It's a crawler. It's a slow one. But the tree is good. You get earth attack with magic on it. It has defense. It has human resist 5. So as long as you're fighting humans, you could take 5% less damage. That's a thing. Missile resist on there. HP on there. Anti-wind on there. Machine killer. So it's good. I don't think it's top tier Esper. But if you can overcome the slowness of it, you do get good HP. It's balanced between attack and magic. Although you're definitely more towards magic with those nodes. Yeah, I think it's good. And then I wanted to talk about guild raids. So I'm going to show off some water units here and kind of what they do and how you think about team building for guild raids around them. And then I do have the info on all the bosses. So like there's Iron Giant, Tetrasylphid, Merilith, Omega is all the way down there on this page, and then Kraken. So we'll look at each of the bosses kind of one by one and just talk about what's going to be good or bad about them. Okay, let me mute the music. We're going to record some videos. Then we'll do Guild Wars today as well. We got that coming down the pipe. And I'm going to mute my game for me. Make sure my voice is the only thing coming across the audio. What is an option if I can't get Dark Golem for Diablo? Regular Golem, any tank Esper. Any of the tank Espers are going to be good for him. Or if you're going anti-lightning, any of the Earth Espers would be good for him. Magic. He scales off of magic and defensive stats. So any Esper you have that gives good magic or defensive stats, that would be a win. Or just speed. Some more agility would be nice for him as well. All right. We're going to do the preview video first. Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're going to do our preview series for Preview Series. Let's start this video over. Take two. Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're going to do our preview video for tomorrow's releases in the game. We have Galzak, the new free MR support unit, and he's all about supporting. There is supports and support and support. He's all support. So we're going to talk about what he does. He's worth building, just if you want to know that. I'll tell you why when we look at him. And we're going to look at Dark Golem coming out this week as well. That's all that's releasing. So not a ton to pull. If you're not pulling for Dark Golem, you really have a fairly free week with a lot of PvE content to cover. Now, one thing I want to mention about Dark Golem, when we look at it, it will get this bestowed effect right here for global only. Lightning resist up, unit attack resist up. Once again, that unit attack resist plus the AoE attack resist just makes it such a great tanking vision card, especially for Earth and even for Ice. It is AoE resist defense for Ice as well, so it's not even bad for Ice. If you're an Earth player, you want to consider this. If you're an Ice player, you might also consider it. So let's go with Galzak first. Galzak, he's farmable through questing. His TMR is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's like game changing because it's really not, but it's a staff that has healing power up. So if you're playing a support unit that uses a staff and you really don't care about them having magic attack up or light attack up or many of the other things that staffs in the game do, but you have a piece of armor and an accessory you would like them to wear, throw some trust stones on the merchant wand and you have a support unit that has healing power up plus whatever trust stones you give. So I think that's pretty nice for a free TMR. He's tutor time mage white mage. His master ability gives confusion resist to the group with MRs. It's HP and a buff that's not damage. So his is confusion resist, and there's a lot of confusion in the game in PvP. He gets spirit penetration, which is, that's an interesting one because the dude doesn't really do damage, but if he ever tries to, he could have some spirit pen. 15 AoE resist, in love with 15 AoE resist. That's amazing. HP up is great, healing power up is great, and then he gets a skill upgrade with his dream enhancement. Let's look at his skills real quick. In his support tree, Guru's knowledge for him, the tutor job gets upgraded to knowledge of protection. 15 defense, 15 spirit, decreases his magic attack, but only by 8. And once again, he ain't really here to do damage. And then a theme of this guy's kit is instant casting or quick casting. He gets activation time down 200. Really good support ability. You're going to run that all the time. Disable CT change is worth thinking about if you don't want him casting like haste on himself. You can give him more magic here with this white mage one, or you could give him more activation time down. Try to get him as close to instant casting spells as you can, although one of his best spells is an instant cast anyway. We'll take a peek at that. His counter moves. He has a 20% chance to give himself a heal when he takes damage. He has a 50% chance to proc a slow when he takes damage, or he can give himself regenerate at 20% chance. I probably like anti-healing the most here. Slow counter, I mean, I could see that being useful, but give his man a chance to heal himself so he can then go back to focusing on healing his teammates. I think that's worth having. Okay, his basic attack is a 100%, or it scales 100% off of attack. He's a magic-based unit. He's just bonking people with his staff. Apparently, it's also strike damage, so he's actually just punching people. It is what it is. Who cares what his basic attack does? He's never going to do that. Okay, Devout, his sub job. What did I call it earlier? Tutor? It's called Devout, I believe. So he has Cure. This is single target heal. Okay, he can heal. Teachings of Toan. This is an earth attack buff. I like this. If you're pairing him with those like big earth carries, he can give him a little earth attack up, as well as debuff resistance 30, and once again giving himself more activation time down. This is a good early turn buff if you want him to have more of an offense focused, way to help his team out. Teachings of Self-Defense. His gets upgraded. This gives allies in a small AoE, so he could group up and also receive this buff himself. This gives 20% of HP, 30 defense, 30 spirit, healing power up 30 for himself, and 20 more AoE resist. With this, now that's not for the group. When I first read that, I thought that was a group 20% AoE resist buff, and I was like, this man is S tier support character. No. It's just for himself. But with that 20 for himself, combined with his 15 here, that's 35. Before gear, before espers, before vision cards, before anything, he could get to 35% just through his kit. I think that's pretty spectacular. Then we get to Method of Recovery. This is a single target heal. You'll always want to use that over like regular cure, because this one gives agility, attack, magic, and the HP. This is the staple of this job. It's the skill you see come out all the time from units like Minwu, for example. Okay, he has a skill right here. Now, it's translated to Triple Explosion. This is Dream Inducer. It's Dream Inducer. It's a big scaler, 220%. So, I mean, it scales nicely. He scales off of Magic, Dex, and Luck. It can put the enemies to sleep, and it decreases all their elemental resist while they're asleep. Not a bad skill. It's his only damage-dealing move in his main kit, besides his punch auto attack, which I guess that's main kit. Then, I love the upgrade to Wide Healing Method. It's a 210% heal that restores 10 AP in a diamond-shaped AoE at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5-way, you can start the diamond. So it hits up to 7 range. It's instant cast through the upgrade. This is basically a better version of a white mage like Ayaka's upgraded Curaga. Curaga Panacea, well, Ayaka has Curaga Panacea, but Curaga upgraded is 210% heal with 50 AP restore, but it has a cast timer to it. The range on this is the same, but his is instant cast. It's sort of like a mini Ayaka limit break that also restores AP. What a great healing skill. What a fantastic heal. So he's got that. Now, if you go tutor sub job, he does have another self buff that gives him AoE resist and slash resist, and he has Cura. Don't run this. You're probably going to run Time Mage for haste. Guard haste is a defense buff with haste. You put this on Bradley, you put this on Aldo, those big ticket earth units that you're running alongside Galzak here, you give him some haste. I like this as an offensive option to his kit, probably a little more than I like Teachings of Toan, because take a unit like Bradley, for example. Bradley already gets to go more than any other unit in the game because he's super fast and he's constantly giving himself CT up. Put haste on him, GG, right? GG at that point. So guard haste is really, really good. Wish he would have had quicken, but he doesn't. Okay. And then white mage, I don't think there's a reason to really run white mage unless you just want the 100% chance holy. And maybe you do. Maybe if you're fighting evasion, that's why you sneak into white mage for that holy. Overall, I gotta say this is another absolute winner of a free MR unit. And if you're building cost limited teams where you need a 50 cost unit to help put the team together, there's your earth guy right there if you don't have like a Mont or something else built up and ready to go. Okay, let's look at the vision card. Dark Golem. This card just screams tank. Look at this. It's got defense. It's got spirit. It's magic. 154. Not much attack on there, but a lot of HP at 423. Tanks don't really care too much about this stat, although having tested Aldo the little bit I have, his damage is not insignificant. Now, it is a ice and earth vision card that again is a little bit better for earth and global like we talked about at the beginning of the video. The unit effect is even more HP, 15% more. The party effect is 20 AoE resist. Oh, that's great. Plus some defense, plus some acquired AP. Absolute banger of a card right here. Gonna make your ice or earth teams a lot harder to kill by just slapping this on the roster. That's just amazing. Then the Esper. Now the Esper's a little bit of a mixed bag. It is a tank Esper, and those tend to be slow. Dark Golem, he's slow. 13, not 11 or 10 or something crazy slow, but 13 is definitely slow. It does have a nice amount of HP. It's balanced between attack and magic, but it is definitely more of a magic Esper, and you'll see that once we get into the board. The board has Earth Attack up on it that you have to get Magic Attack or Magic the stat up 7% to get there. That's great. Like, this is, you're gonna probably do this anytime you're running this guy on an Earth team. It also has a little bit of defense right here. What is this? 15 defense, another 5% HP here. It has human resistance 5%. So in PvP, if you're fighting humans, which is like everybody but a Bara and Slime, you have human resist 5. So you'll take 5% less damage. That's neat. Okay, missile resistance right here. You can also go anti-wind with wind killer and wind resist if that's the way you're going. And that's it, guys. That's the new stuff that is dropping this week in War of the Visions. If you're pulling for Dark Golem, good luck. I know my Visior stockpile was ravaged by Aldo, but I'm hoping the bonus, like, please, like Gumi Square, if you watch my videos and you watch how when there's vision card weeks, that whale purchase bonus just isn't real good, hook it up this week. Give me a good whale purchase bonus, please. We'll see Wednesday morning on the Dark and Early video. Also, I do want to mention, if you're a fan of the channel and you want to support me, Amazon Prime Days is today and tomorrow. So if you use my link, instead of giving all your money to Amazon, some of it comes to me. I'm trying to promote this a lot because Amazon hooked me and just not a ton of people up, hooked me and a few other people up with this like special rates code. And I would love for them to keep hooking me up with these codes. So if you guys click my link, it shows them that I'm driving traffic to their site. I won't tell them that you were going to buy all that stuff anyway. I won't tell them. But if you're going to buy the stuff anyway, you know what I'm saying. All right. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Whew. That ended up being a lot more words than I thought it was going to be. So many words. I need a drink. Sheraton, would Sheraton be good for him? We could look. Off the top of my head, I want to say that it would be like a B+, B- for him, but Sheraton is magic, so that's good. No, wait, Sheraton's fine because Sheraton has slash resistance on it. So yeah, you're good. You could go Sheraton, especially for anti-wind. You get magic attack up. That's not great for him, but earth attack, area resist. Actually, Sheraton's really good. I'm going to go B+, A-. 7 more AoE resist. I mean, this man loves stacking AoE resist. So slash resist, AoE resist, earth attack, and then maybe go like crit evade, accuracy. Sheraton's a banger of a Esper for him. I'm actually going to... Good call. Whoever said that, boom. Whatever happened to the day-old Gatorades, I finally threw them away, Jeff. They were stinking the joint up. They eventually got a little too day-old. Oh, I finished Golem. Good. Sheraton's next. Get in there. Let's have everybody work on a new thing. Because if he's done, that means everybody's done. Yep. Lightning Kitty. Wait, Lightning Kitty's attack. Never mind. Let's do, what do you want? Wait. Who is this? Oh, it's Queen Macherie. Okay. Queen Macherie. You want, let's do Mind Flayer for some reason. Oberon. Let's do Dark Ifrit. And then Bradley, let's do... Yeah, Bradley, you only got 3. Do Lightning Kitty. Okay. Good. We're building them up. Now, let's do another video because we got guild raids and we need to do a little guild raid preview video for this week. Boop. Scroll down. Scroll. Please don't crash. Something about emulators and menus, man. Emulators and menus hate each other. Oh, stretch, big stretch. You know, your back has never really lived until you've had a 2-year-old who's like, you're holding them and he's like, let me free. And you're like, dude, bro, no, you're going to 6 feet down. And yeah. Oh, we didn't add the +6 gear. Ooh, Damballa, I didn't. Ooh, yes, we missed some stuff for that video. Oh, you're right. You're right. We had upgrades. Good call. See, I'm off my game. I'm too tired. Okay, let's do that. I need to add that in. Here. So we need to talk about a lot more stuff. Hold the phone. Okay, good call. Do I think the recipe for raid will be cheap to get? Yeah, King. Like once you figure out how to auto the raids, just farm them like crazy. Now, there's no new recipe for this raid. Guild raids is like a different set of rewards, right? The big recipe farming this week, King, is going to be from Raid Rerun. So just pick the easiest raid for you to farm and just farm the living blank out of it. Because there'll be 100 recipes for every piece of UR raid gear that we've ever got in the shop. So just go nuts and get as much new stuff as you want. It's a big power-up week in that regard. Okay, I need Black-Robed Helena. Check. I need Farm. Ooh, Farm's a really interesting one. What if she gets a big guild raid buff? Elsorel, same thing. Okay, then we got MacLeod. Schutzelt, which is spelled differently apparently in... Nope, there it is. I just can't type. Lisette. Okay, Marguerite. There she is. Then we got Helena regular. Black-robed Helena and regular Helena getting buffed in the same week. And then Galzak we already talked about. Then we've got gear. Equipment +6. Oh, wait. We got master ability 2s. Dude. There's so much. Can my lungs handle this much talking? It better be able to, because seeing as how all I do for any of my jobs is talk, I should be used to speaking at this point. Okay, now for equipment. We got what? It's chocolate flan earrings. So Choco flan earrings. Knight armor. And survival. Ooh, I hope survival best gets a good buff. I hope they hook survival best up. All right. We're going to just do this live. We're just going to go for it. Here we go. Yes, so what Jeff said is correct. If you want to build multiple +5s, or you can only get one +5 or 6 per raid rerun. However, you can get started on your second. And the next time it comes out, you might be able to get 2 if you're half. If you get about 1.5 per raid rerun, you about 1.5. That makes sense. I should do a Billy Mays add-in. Oh, yes, I should. I wish Billy Mays was like, you know, putting... Wait. No, isn't Billy Mays the guy who like... No, I'm thinking of the sham WoW guy. Billy Mays died, didn't he? It's the sham WoW guy that like ended up molesting kids or something crazy. Yeah, flex tape. But Billy May, wait, is Billy May, somebody used to do him. And that guy died. I don't remember if Billy Mays is the guy who died or the new guy. Flex tape, slap chop. Yeah, there is a cap. King, the cap is 100 recipes per piece of gear. But keep in mind, you also need materials to build that stuff. All of those materials will be in the shop as well. So you got to farm for more than just recipes, although definitely prioritize the recipes. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Orange A from the future here. I almost forgot. In fact, chat had to remind me. I almost forgot to talk about our Master Ability 2s, our Transcendences this week, and the +6 gear upgrades. So let's throw those in really fast. Not going to go crazy long here, but we got to get them in. So Black Rose Helena getting her dream upgrade. She's getting activation time down 200, 10% more agility, which is really nice for her, and Witch's Secret Technique, catching the upgraded. I believe that is this right here. So she's still getting that 60% magic with the 8 decrease in spirit. So worthy of a trade. Activation time down 200. She's now also getting 40 AoE resist when her HP is above 80%. All about not getting one shot right there. When you get 40 AoE resist at 80% more HP, that's the game saying if my tank or whoever else takes damage and I'm standing next to them, it's just not going to pop me. Good for her. That's a nice upgrade. Black Rose Helena back in action. Farm. Now, Farm is a big-time PvE unit. I'm hoping that her dream ability is PvE focused. Let's see. Slash attack 15. Yes, that's both PvE and PvP. That will help her in raids. Slash attack penetration is PvP focused. And then Protector Knot gets an upgraded. What in the world is Protector Knot? So, that's this right here. So this is her group buff. It's an accuracy buff, AoE resist buff for allies. All that stayed the same. Magic resist 20. That's all staying where it is. And then 200% chance to magic evade 60 for 3 turns for self and ignore sure hit. Oh my, did evasion farm become a PvP thing? I mean, it's trying to be one with this buff. Magic evade 60 is going to make her really evasive versus magic, and then sure hit evade will help against everything that's sure hit. So I like those buffs for farm. A little better at PvE, much better at evade in PvP. Okay, El Sorel, another unit that I mostly see in the PvE scene. She's getting HP, which is a PvP buff, slash attack pin, which is a PvP buff, and her gravity skill, her gravity, what is it called? Gravity blade upgrade? That skill's getting a buff. It's right here. So previously, this could only select one target. Now it can select 2 targets. Yep, that's the buff. Now think about this buff though. This is the thing with this. This is so good. I'm going to do a PV or a guild raids video later. This decreases agility and it decreases defense. That's 2 wonderful things to have in like a guild raid scenario. So just a unit to consider for guild raids right here. She also has a 3-hit attack in there. Very, very good guild raider is El Sorel. Okay, next up, McLeod. A MR beast of a unit is McLeod. He is getting attack 20%, pierce attack 15, and neutral lance skills getting upgraded. Now, did McLeod already have his master ability 2? He did not. He is getting both a master ability 2 and a dream ability this week. So McLeod was already great. He's really great now. His master ability 2. What's changing? He's getting AP consumption 15 turning into 25, so consuming 10 less AP than he was before. Critical damage 25 is staying the same, but he now gets 20 critical hit rate and 10 AoE resistance. Very, very good. Let me refresh the page right here. I need to translate it again. The skill that's being upgraded for our guy, hold on, I'm trying to get the translator to work, is going to be neutral lance. So how much of a deal is going to be that? Wow, words. This is a long video. My words are going everywhere. Neutral lance. Previously, turned counter abilities off. Still does that. The range on it is still really far. 165 modifier, dispel haste. Now it increases pierce attack, resist penetration 40 for 3 turns for himself. So he gives himself a little more damage, which he honestly didn't need. This guy's already such a beast. He is just a lot better now than he was before. A lot better. He's going to crit more. He's going to be harder to kill. He's going to do more damage. Yeah, he's a lot better. Okay, so McLeod getting really, really good. Shoots out. Shoots out, once again, a unit you would mostly see in PvE. Let's check. Did he get both as well? No, he already had his master ability too. So for Shoots out this week, and I'm sorry about the refreshes and stuff, guys. This is a little scuffed since I forgot to do these, and I'm adding them in. His dream ability, 20% agility. 20%. Now, his base agility is not super high, but 20% is still nice. AP consumption down 25, and Hazard Revive is an upgraded skill. Let's go look at Hazard Revive. It's not his, it's this one. Okay, so consumes 10% of his own HP, gives himself 50% attack for 3 turns, nullifies the same 3 things it nullified before. Now, we'll give him Courage. Okay, that's really good. And auto recover HP. Really big buff to a move. It's just Shoots out. So like, I mean, I don't know. Is he a 50 cost unit maybe for cost limited PvE? Okay, Lisette. What's Lisette getting here? Let's see. She doesn't have a master ability 2 anyway, so we don't even have to check for that. Her buff is this: strike attack 15, agility 10, breaking kick upgraded. So definitely PvP focused buffs right here. Breaking kick, this is going to be decrease critical evasion, increase attack by 50% for self. Okay, increase critical damage by 20 now for self, 200% 210% damage with an agility debuff attached to it. It's a 2-hit move. So once again, here's a striking unit with a multi-hit move with an agility debuff attached to it. Don't sleep on that for things like guild raids. Marguerite. Marguerite is next. Let's see. She already had Master Ability 2 in Global, so let's get a refresh and a translate on her Dream upgrade. Magic 20%, Accuracy 15, Mad Star Curse getting the upgrade. Mad Star Cursed is going to be this. It is now a square-shaped AoE instead of a small cross-shaped AoE. And the modifier goes from 185 to 220. So a big hitter right there. But once again, it's just kind of like, it's Marguerite. She's a 60 cost. She really should be 50 in my opinion for what she does, but it is what it is. Okay, Helena. Now, Black Rose Helena got her Dream Enhancement. Regular Helena also getting her Dream Enhancement, because why not? Here's what it is. HP 15%, AoE resist 15%, and Baroa Protection getting an upgrade. The interesting part here will be how good of an upgrade is this. It previously was 25 wind, or 35 wind, 25 earth resist buff, 4 allies, and a nice big diamond AoE with 15 defense. It does all of that stuff as well. Now it's just, it all does all that stuff still, but now it also gives spirit. This is a really good buff. If you are fighting wind or earth teams and you have this buff online, your squad's going to be a lot harder to kill. Good buff for Helena. Maybe she's usable in a wind team. Okay, Sodali. Now, disregard this. Sodali is not getting his Dream upgrade yet, but he is getting his Master Ability 2. This will give him 10 more AoE resist. Spirit Penetration stays the same. 10% more HP, activation time down 200. Sodali gets a lot of what he needs right here. More AoE resist, more HP, going to make him harder to kill. He was pretty hard to kill back in his day. He's going to be kind of that hard to kill again, maybe, in Earth teams. Activation time down. This will prevent him from getting trolled while he's standing there casting a spell, and the person he's trying to cast it on kills him and you lose Guild Wars. That will be, this is a really good buff for Sodali. And then keep in mind, all of this is coming, including a big update to Immortal Dogma. Next up, Eliza. So Eliza, once again, not getting this, but is getting, because look, I'll show you, in Global right now. Oh, Eliza already has her Dream upgrade in Global. That's not the case for Sodali, right? I didn't misspeak. No, I'm right. Okay, so in Global, Eliza already has all this. What she didn't have was her Master Ability 2. Here's what it is. The group buff stays the same. Missile attack pin stays the same. Activation time down stays the same. Now she gets 20 critical damage, acquired AP up 30, and increase agility by 10% for self when critting. Okay, critical damage. If, again, Eliza is a very good PvE chaining unit. You can tell I'm in guild raid mode this week. Critical damage is one of the more awkward stats to build, but one of the more important stats for high score runs. So I like this buff both for PvE and PvP, especially because of that critical damage in there. And then the agility buff is going to be really nice for her as well. Okay, next up, Renal. I don't know that anybody uses Renal, but she did get her Master Ability 2, which is going to be attack 30 instead of attack 10, and single target resist 25 instead of 15. Okay, that scales really good with her Dream ability that gives AoE resist. It's still just Renal, and I don't know, I'm just not a huge Renal fan. We are also getting some gear upgrades. Now, this is the Flan earrings, the chocolate Flan earrings. Let's look at the aim version here. What is getting a lot better? The HP stat on these is going way up, and that's why you wear these things. You can wear the shield, or the shield version gives you what, like 15 defense, 672 HP. That's close to what like a piece of MR gear would give you. The aim, or the critical version, is giving you more HP at 768. The aim version doesn't give you enough accuracy to really justify it, so I think you're sticking with shield version still. However, the buff here is this. You now have 35% HP for 3 turns instead of 25%. Yeah, that's a lot of HP. This thing now gives even more HP than you could before. So maybe somebody wants to go out there and drain force in the first 3 turns of battle. Yeah, then they can use this. Okay, next up, Knight Armor. This is from the Raid Revival, so you can actually farm this piece of armor this week. The buffs on it are as follows. Nothing down, or no, I'm sorry. 5% more magic resist down here. You usually build the barrier version of this because you're building this for like an anti-magic team. It's now 22 spirit and 842 HP. Look, if you're specifically building a plate armor wearing unit to fight mages, it doesn't get much better than knight armor. It's still just not a piece of gear that you see everywhere. I know some people like to build this balanced version of it. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should specialize and go barrier version, if just in case you're ever in that scenario where you're a plate wearing unit fighting magic teams. And then lastly, we have the survival vest. Now, I'm really hoping this upgrade is good. So I noticed right away, 959 AP jumps off the page. There's a lot of HP on this piece of gear. Also, the defense version is 20 and 6 spirit. The spirit version is 13 and 10. Once again, I like the defense version a little bit better. The big deal on here was always the single target resist, and it gets 5 more. This is a solid upgrade, right? 5 more single target resist, a lot more tanking stats. The survival vest gets a big upgrade. Now, I'm going to go back and edit this in to the video I just recorded, so let's go to that. Oh my God, that video is going to be long. Guys, this video... Woo! There's a lot there. Too much there. Oh. Deep soothing breaths. All right. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Okay, he didn't molest children. Samwell guy assaulted a prostitute after she bit his tongue. However, he didn't serve time as he was able to claim self-defense. Oh, really? There we go. So that's what happened to the ShamWow guy. Well, Stream Hero knows. Thank you, sir. We're okay. I've seen your videos a lot longer with a lot of useless information. Your information was all good. Oh, okay. Oh, you've seen videos a lot longer. I was like, well, shit. Apparently I make some useless ass videos. The ShamWow guy punched a prostitute. Okay. Well, now we have 2 conflicting stories. We must know. I'm not going to put this on the screen. What happened to the ShamWow guy? I would like a article. Let's go Wikipedia. I trust that actually. Man, the ShamWow guy's picture is great. So, career. He was in movies. Wow. ShamWow. Slap chop. Oh, heck yeah, slap chop. Sticky. Lawsuits. Okay, arrest. Here we go. On February 7th, 2009, Offer and a 26-year-old prostitute were both arrested in Miami Beach, Florida after a physical altercation. The police report stated that the woman had bitten onto his tongue and refused to let go. Yeah, you gotta get her off. At which point, Offer began beating her and left her with lacerations and fractures. Okay. Prosecutors later declined to file formal charges against either person. When Offer spoke of the arrest, he stated, "It probably saved my life." Okay, so she was crazy then. All right. Well, there it is. Now we know. Much better to know. That's, hey, you know what? He's slightly redeemed in my mind now. I mean, it seems like he put himself in a bit of a situation, but in some places that's not illegal. So, it was in Miami. So he might have been playing with fire a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to do a search that I can't say out loud. Oh, please no one ever look at my search history. It is illegal. So he was breaking the law, but certainly not nearly as bad as what I thought he did. At least in my opinion. Y'all might have different feelings about that, and you are welcome to them. What? Man, dude, you're famous. Like, my only thought on that whole situation is, you're the ShamWow guy. You really gotta pay? I don't know. Yeah, he's no Jared from Subway. Nah, Jared from Subway. Like, the thing, too, is, like, Jared from Subway put on this whole wholesome vibe, too. Man, that's messed up, Jared from Subway. This guy, you never thought ShamWow guy was a wholesome guy. you guys probably a little crazy, and he probably is, but no, luckily, everything I'm doing here is forever saved as a VOD on Twitch. And so if she ever says that, I'll be like, no, this is what we're talking about, and I can prove it. Because never mind that I was just in Miami. And never mind that I just searched for, is something legal in Miami? It would not take, like, putting those two things together just seems like a natural leap, right? Right? So, no. We have video evidence right here. Okay, let's do another video. This one for the raid. Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're going to do a little preview for the upcoming guild raid. Now, if you're a newer player and this is one of your first experiences with guild raids, you might not have teams that can compete at that highest level, but there are still a lot of things you can do that will help your scores and help your guild, achieve all the rewards you want to achieve. Especially for newer players, the rewards from guild raids can be quite useful. It's my favorite piece of PvE content in this game. So I'm going to give you some tips about all these different bosses, ways you can improve your score. And I'm going to show you some units to give you some ideas of what you're looking for in your roster when you're putting your team together. So we have Iron Giant, Tetrasylphid, Merilith, Omega, and Kraken coming for this round of Guild Wars. Now, first thing you want to think about when building a Guild Wars team is, what units do I have that can do things that can either help my team get more turns or help the boss take less turns by slowing the boss down, lowering their CT, debuffing their agility, debuffing their resistances will also help your team do a lot more damage. You're looking to do a bunch of chaining, hitting elemental weaknesses, attack type weaknesses, single target weakness, or AoE weakness, which is also a thing in the game now. Let me give you some examples. So a guy like Titus right here, right? If you go to Titus's kit, he has a move, Quick Hit. Quick Hit decreases the CT of the target. If you look right here, there's a couple bosses this week, Merilith, Omega, and Kraken, that can have their CT knocked down. That makes Titus's move, Quick Hit, a potential good option for a team looking to knock down CT. He's not the only one who can do that, but that's one of his specialties. Titus also has a multi-hit move. He has a 4-hit limit break. So Titus is a good option for water slashing teams who are looking to knock CT down and do a big hit. A 4-hitter to finish can be really, really good. Titus also has a defense debuff with his Jack Shot. Debuffing the enemy's defense is another way of helping your team do more damage. Chunok, another great PvE chaining unit. Chunok has moves like this one right, where is it? He's got a 2-hit move that decreases defense. So yes, Titus has a 30 defense debuff. Chunok's also builds chaining. So Chunok's defense debuff, better than Titus's. Chunok also has a limit break down here at the bottom that decreases single target resist. So any move that anybody on your team is hitting the boss with, that's single target, now single target resist can go into the negative. All these resists, like you can knock, even if a unit is already weak to, let's say, slash, you can knock their slash resistance down more. So 38 single target resist debuff, that's really good. That's a great thing to have on your team as well. So Chunok has those things going for him. Somebody like Farm has a multi-hit move. It's a 3-hitter that decreases defense and spirit. So that's really nice. What else we got? I had another option on here. Ramada. Christmas Ramada right here. She's got a limit break that decreases slash resistance 38%. Boom, another great option. And so I'm just throwing options out there. This is just the kind of stuff you're looking for. Raychez has a move. It's a multi-hit move that decreases water resist. Even a unit like a fire unit that's already weak to water, you can knock their water resist down even more with a move like Sustaining Slash from Raychez. So if you were building a water team, these might be units that you're looking to use. And we do have a fire boss this week, right? Merilith, who can be CT downed, who can have her agility debuff. So look for those things in your unit's kits when you're building up a squad. Now let's talk about each of these buffs. Let's talk about each of these bosses a little bit more specifically. Here's Iron Giant. So Iron Giant is a light element unit. So you should already be looking towards this 30% dark weakness right there. Alternatively, Or also, you could look to do some strike chaining on him, some magic chaining on him, or some missile chaining on him. There are very, very good missile chaining PvE teams. This guy's actually weak to quite a bit, and Dark has access to a lot of stuff. So even if you don't have a Dark team, you could build a strike, missile, or magic chaining team and build some really nice combos against him. One thing I want to say is magic itself does not chain. So if you are ever building magic attacking units into your chaining teams, they need to be chaining on element only, because magic itself doesn't chain. I wish it did. I wish it did. For some reason it doesn't, but this guy weak to dark and weak to those things. And you can see his debuffing. Well, let's go look at this. Iron Giant only can be slowed. And so what does that look like on this page? It looks like this. He's very weak to slow, and nothing else is going to hit on him. He's almost 1000% resistant to every other thing. Okay, Tetrasilphid. Now, here's Tetrasilphid's weaknesses. She's going to obviously be weak to ice, being a wind element unit. She is also weak to slashing, which opens the door to the world. Anything that is weak to slashing, slashing is the easiest type of chaining to build in the game. She's weak to strike and weak to magic. So that's Tetrasilphid's deal. If we check the graph right here, Tetrasilphid also can be slowed and nothing else. She's actually the last of the bosses that can be slowed this week. All of the rest of them, you will have to agility debuff them and knock their CT down, to keep your team having more turns than them, or haste your whole team, or do both options, quicken, things like that. Okay, Marilith. Marilith's going to be a fire element boss, so she will be weak to water. Notice she's only 20% weak to water, so adding some water element debuff will really help your team out here. She is also weak to slashing and magic. So that water slashing team I was showing off a second ago, you could do a lot of damage to a Marilith boss by getting your water chaining team together, debuffing that water resist, further debuffing that slash resist, drop a single target resist in there, and go to town chaining on Marilith. Once again, though, you will need to add an agility debuff in there and have somebody who can knock her CT down if you're going for like really, really high scores. Okay, Omega is next. Now, I got to scroll way down the page here for Omega. Omega is a dark unit, but he's only 10% weak to light. Now, that 10% weakness is still 50% better than every other element. So I do think using light will give you a big head start. He is weak to slash, which is wonderful. He's weak to strike and weak to magic. There's kind of a theme here with strike and magic and slash the last few. Again, you will want to agility debuff this guy and knock his CT down if you can. And then Kraken is going to be last. Kraken, water element unit. Look how weak this man is to lightning. He is minus 60% to lightning. That is 110% better than every other element. Oh my gosh, get a lightning element debuff on there and knock this thing to like 100%. I don't know, knock this to a huge number, however high you can get it. He's also very weak to strike, minus 45 to strike. Slash chaining on him, going to be a little bit harder, but even if you're using a lightning slashing team, you're getting such a bonus right there from this. However, lightning does have units who can strike and multi-hit strike, so that's an option. Pierce he's weak to, and magic he's weak to as well, and that's the last of the bosses. So I hope this is useful, especially for people who maybe feel like getting into guild raids a little bit more this week than they ever have before. That's how it works. You build a team. That team tries to build long element and attack type chains on a boss that is either weak to what they're doing or is made weak to what they're doing through the skills on your units. If you want to watch me testing out one of my teams live, I will probably be doing that this Wednesday on stream. So stop by if you want a little bit more, just a little bit more firsthand look at what it's all about. That first guild raid day is always a day where you can just test your teams. You don't get any scores to keep that day, but our guild's going for rank 1. So I can't give away like too many of our secret strats or anything, but I will build one team live on stream just to give me a bit of a head start. So that night before I go to bed, I don't have to like crash build all 3 of them. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Done. We filmed some unit. Alibaba stream is live. What is Alibaba stream? Okay, back in here. Let me get the music back going. Whoops, wrong button. Music. What? Music crash? No, there it is. Music play. I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever had Spotify crash on me, so that would have been weird. Brian, have a great day. Thank you. That was not Raid Revival. That was Guild Raids. Ah. Man. There's a saying here, the cleanest version I can give the chat. Never stick your junk in That's true. That's no doubt. That's no lie. It goes, yeah. No, I'm not doing a raid revival video. Gosh, no. At least not until I can get my hands on it. I might do a raid revival video Wednesday, because then I'll be able to see. I just like raid revival is like showing off units that can solo the raids, and I can't really show that off right now because I can't really. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna lose in Guild Wars. We're on too much of a winning streak. Who are we fighting today? It's probably gonna be some OP guild. Let me check our war room here. Kenny, if you're in here right now, Kenny, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I got your message and LOL. Okay, war room. Ooh, dark wall. Don't mind if I do. Okay, if I lose to this dark wall, I have to quit the game. I think I will hit. God, I hate Lucia. Halloween Lucia is like one of the scariest dark units to me in this game. Man, I'm still gonna go for it though. Let's hit their leader. So far, Alex. I'm still running my anti-dark missile team here. Let me turn my own volume up a bit. I want to hear stuff. Let's do it. Okay, is their leader down? Oh, did somebody already kill the leader? Okay, I was gonna go leader on leader, just to, you know, just to do it. Every team is mostly the same. I think there was one team that had Dwayne in it. I don't really want to hit Dwayne because he has that darkness down. Is anybody more attacked than they are magic? No, it's like the same. It's just carbon copies. So, okay, I'll hit a sub leader since I can't hit the leader. Let's do it. Now, Darth Sudica says, but crazy is great. Yes, War of the Visions crazy is great. That's not what Stream Hero meant, though. He meant another type of thing. All right, here we go. Now, this team, okay, I'm happy Sephiroth went for the group buff. I'm used to my team being a little bit faster than whoever they have over there, and I like Jaden to get buffs in. Ooh, they have... No? The way my team moved, my team will move like that a lot of times when someone on their team has bow tie or hate. No one on their team has bow tie or hate, so that's an interesting little thing right there. Okay, good damage. I don't love where Jaden got to because he's going to be in range of like way too much. Re-raise remove. Dang it. See, this is where, okay, Lucia, don't you do it. He lived, but he's confused. No, the confusion, Jaden. Good choice. You're dead. My movement here is like, imagine the worst scenario. That's what's happening right here. I told you I hate Lucia. Something about this unit just wrecks me every time. Still, we probably double kill him right here and win the fight, but... Oh no, Lucia has her shield where she doesn't ever die. I forgot. She has 50,000 more HP when she's fighting physical. Okay, re-raise remove on her. That's good. Still, effing arcane shot, man. I hate that move. Stop her. Re-raise. No, he doesn't have it. I told you I hate Halloween Lucia. I hate Halloween Lucia. I got to get regular Jaden off my team, guys. I got to get him off. What's up, Black Apo? He just can't do it. Like, that was not a good enough showing by him right there. You can't... He's built to hang out by himself and shoot from long range, and somehow on turn 2, he ends up in range of everything the enemy does. That's not going to do it for me anymore. Jaden, you got to go, friend. And it's a really easy swap. Because I think you just go this. Can run the exact same vision cards and espers. Yeah. Jaden, you are benched. I really wanted to use him too. Like, I really just wanted to do it. There we go. What's her dark resist? 28. It's not a lot. It's not bad though. Nah, let me give her a little bit more health than that. We can do better than that. Let's do this. That's probably a better idea. Now, what buffs do I want her using? Probably not this one. What's her speed at? 108, 90, 113. So I could make her faster. Too fast. That's too fast. I'll stick at 108. That's probably fine. And then what I'll do... Actually, you know what I kind of want to try here? Is... I'm just going to give her shield. I'm just going to let her self-buff. This seems like a better play. We're just going to go self-buff Sylvie. Yeah. Turn this on. Okay, there we go. Have I not maxed Addison yet? Nope. Let's see what where I could get Addison. I'm still holding out hope for more free stuff. I'm trying to spend 0 Visior on Addison Rae. I can LB5 her at least. So there's the TMR. Huh, not bad. Let's do that. I guess we'll take her as far as we can right now. It's worth seeing. What? What am I missing? Oh, gosh. Okay. Exchange. Nope. I gotta have a billion of one of them. Not a billion, but plenty. Got it. There we go. Need her to be level 99. I need to start holding off on my cubes a little bit though. Okay, I need white mats. So Mog Shop. Actually, before I do that, I need to go do the selection quest for this month. I did Earth the other day on Aldo, but I have not done Light yet. I need to skip this about 3 times. Oh my gosh. So annoying. Is Dialdo good for a new player? Yes, Dialdo's really good. Lost Hope, Lost Souls. Dialdo's really good. Just in general, he's great. Skip this one more time. He's a tank, so if I was a brand new player and I was like reroll targeting, I don't know that I would reroll target Dialdo. And I'm also not saying you should reroll. I actually don't think you should reroll. I think you should just play and have fun. But if I was... Dialdo's great. He's great. There's no doubt about that. So there's where I am with Addison. 78 Mind Spheres. So she could get to 18. There we go. And that's as far as I've gotten with Addie Rae. still for free. Not bad, but I'm going to see how far I can get absolutely for nothing. You went for the ice guy on banner. The ice guy on banner. Ice guy. Oh, Howlet. Okay, did you get Howlet? I have 3 Howlet tickets. Hold on, chat. I don't have Howlet, but I have 3 Howlet tickets. Is this the magical moment? It's not. That's a brown book. Okay, so you might want to build around ice a little bit. Lost Hope. Come on, change the rainbow. Ah, nope, got Leela instead. Did I just crash against your team, Katara? I might have. My Jaden sucked. He betrayed me in the worst way. Reagan would be really good. Yes. Can you can't still put Reagan's on select tickets at this point. Let's see. I don't know that I'd like, if you have Howlet and you want to build around him, let's look at ice units here. If you were going to try to build up, oh look, Lucio, obviously all new players, build your Lucios wherever mine's hanging out at 140 right there. Man, new Howlet. Gosh, you can't get Snow. Although you'll be able to get Snow pretty soon. He's a great ice tank. Velis would be a great person to get. Both of these are two people I would definitely target. Ice Missile is really good. These 2 girls here. Winter Ravis, if we ever get a winter rerun, is good. Agrius, when Tactics ever comes back around, will be wonderful. I don't hate Laswell at all. And I crashed. Well, there we go. Velis is the way to go. You got Reagan too? Nice. Or no, you were answering my question. Said you got Howlet. Rafael is a great starting unit. Okay. Yeah, Rafael is in Selection Quest, so Ice Selection Quest will get you Rafael. I don't know how far you can get in there, though. New players. Selection Quest is hard for new players. How do you get Lucio? Okay, I'll show you. Yeah, so you're brand new. Good. Welcome. First of all, Lost Hope, welcome to the game. It's a great game. Welcome. Community here is really good. Join Discords and all of that. People on Discord love to help. So Lucio is right here. You go into events. You go to Warrior of the Crystals, Another Story, Chapter 1. So this first chapter of Warrior of the Crystals is all about Lucio. And as you clear all of these missions, you will be given Lucio shards, like all of them. You literally get everything to build this guy. The elemental materials, shards, everything. So it just hands them out as you go. And this for a lot of people, I believe, is their first 140. Because you could just get it's so easy to build them. Like here, you'll see some mind spheres in this one. Books to like help him skill up. Everything. So this is super worth doing. If you haven't unlocked this yet, you will pretty soon. Highly recommend playing through the Void and the Darkness stories. Or the Void and the Darkness. I'm so tired. Okay, guys, I gotta kill it because I'm so tired at this point. My words were already doing bad. It's dinner time anyway. So, great stream. We got 2 videos recorded. We built a team with the Aldo, and I still haven't pulled Howlet, but you know what? That's okay. Yeah, what happened to the fight against your dark team, Katara? So, everybody on my team grouped up. My Jaden got confused, had re-raise knocked off, and we all just stood there, and basically Halloween Lucia'd us. Sephiroth helped for sure, but yeah, Halloween Lucia is a monster. And then Fina was not in range to do damage, ended up healing Lucia after Stern event. It was just a mess. It was exactly everything wrong that could happen. I don't know. I want Jaden to sit in the back line and drop magic bombs on people. And instead, he insists on tanking. And I need to just either turn a bunch of his skills off so he doesn't do that anymore, or just, I don't know. Yeah, Lost Hope. Next stream will be about the same time on Wednesday, so stop by. All right, yeah, guys, I'm fading fast over here. My energy levels are dropping. My focus is dropping. Thank you. Okay, everybody who followed, subbed today, thank you all so much. Stefan, if you're still here, thank you for the 10 gifted YouTube memberships and the super chat. Yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go to the ending screen. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope you all have fun in raids this week. See you later. Peace.